weeks ago, didn't we? With some beautiful Sienagis, really good technique.
Askeri Gerbekov. His opponent, he's got his hands full here.
Are you talking about Gerbekov?
Well, well, Latishev, because Gerbekov is a good boy.
Yeah, no, I mean they're good, but the thing is that it's the potential, isn't it? I mean, still very much a boy. You can see that Latishev, and not far off with that Ojigari there, was he? Gerbekov, straight onto the arm. They've obviously got high hopes for Latishev. Just been beaten to the attack every time. It's going to be a Shido now for Latishev. Needs to take the initiative. It doesn't look to me as if he's warm. And there's Sienagi. That's going to be a Wazari, I think. So Wazari there to Gerbekov. Waiting for the Sienagi he was, and just rolls him backwards there onto his back. He was kind of lucky it wasn't a nippon. It's a bit too low to the ground, and it was more rolling. So yeah, Wazari. We'll go for Wazari. They might call that a nippon actually. I thought because it rolled, maybe a Wazari is acceptable. But the back patch did disappear. He did disappear, yeah. They're going to give the Ippon.
Oh, no score then. It was that low. It went the other way.
Yeah, so they're classing it as Newaza then. So interesting. Gets away with it there, Latishev. Sometimes when it's got two parts to it, if there's a slight... well, that's going to be a score. That's for sure a score. Siatoshi there by Gerbekov.
I told you he had his hands full, didn't
I? Yeah, absolutely. Gerbekov absolutely taking him apart here, Latishev.
Juniors is one thing. He's up against some men here now.
I think that's why they're putting him out a lot, isn't it? It's one of the reasons. Oh, he gets the Juji Gatami there, and Latishev absolutely taken apart there. The junior world champion, like you said, Sheldon, you know, sometimes you come in as fighting the men here, and it's a different ball game, totally different. Did say last week though that 12 months makes a big difference, and so every time he steps out here, it's going to be different. But I don't think it's going to be 81. I think it's going to be 90. So that very low Siatoshi there takes Latishev onto his shoulders there, and then it's the transition into the Juji Gatami there, finishes it all off. That was nice actually. Went for the Shimiwaza, plan A, B, and then C.
Right, on mat number 3 now, Timo Cavalios of Germany is up against Batsaya Erdenbayer of Mongolia. It's Cavalios in the white judogi, Batsaya in blue.
Yeah, just having a look at the list on the other two mats as well, see if we've got any matchups that are worth going over. So we won't always be on this mat, we will start flicking from one mat to another, just trying to find the the contests that are going to score Ippon, but we have the technology as well. If we do hear a massive boom at one end of the hall, and Philip will just give me an indicator, and he'll show the Ippon that we've missed, so we won't miss it actually. Saya gets Shido. Long history in the under 78 and 81 kilograms. The Germans. Well, it was 80 originally. 80 kilos, then it went 78, then it went back up to 81 kilos. And they have a big history of world champions, Olympic champions. Seems to be a really good weight for them. Change of direction there from Badsaya.
An eye, as Neil was talking about, on what's happening on the other mats, and as Neil just said, we may jump from mat to mat because there are quite a few big names on some of the other weight categories, so we won't necessarily stick here. Sometimes we like to be on one mat, the weight category is stacked and there's lots going on.
So it does, doesn't it? You get the whole story then, but then we miss part of the story in some of the other categories if we're not careful. But we do try and chase the judo,
and if not, then I'll just tell you here what's on, and you can decide whether you want to go and have a look at something else. Up on mat number 1 shortly, it will be Lasha Shavdatuashvili. He'll be up against Adil Osmanov. We'll see Chaloglu, who really didn't impress in his opening contest. He's going to be up there as well. Arthur Margelidon, Neil mentioned him in the opening, and then Manuel Lombardo as well. They're all going to be up on mat number 1. Zelim Takayev on mat number 2. I like Eva Oberan in the under 63 kilo category. She's continuing to improve. I think it took some time to find the right weight category. We first saw her at 52 kilos, then she went up to 57 and has now, I think, found the right weight at 63. Omar Rajabli will go up against Ungveri Attila. That's the upcoming contest here. And then Antonio Esposito in the under 81 kilo category. He'll be here on mat number 3 in a few fights' time.
I think that's going to get a Wazari. I think Gavilius just nice little koji there. Actually, we saw the same situation where he snaked the leg in first and then suddenly changed. So we saw a situation last week where snaked the leg in and then took them backwards, literally backwards, and they had to have a look to see if it was Koshigaki, and but it wasn't. And then Cavalius just did the same, but then suddenly changed the direction to the Kochigari. But we will have a look at that in a minute. Look how he snakes the leg in. There, we saw the leg snaked in, and then that sudden change of direction there, and gets a side landing just about. There's the block. There's the change of direction, and there's the landing there, 90-degree landing for a score. And it's all over. Cavalius then wins against Batsaya, and he'll go through to the next round. Stay with this then. I am going to shoot up to map number 1 in a minute. Not yet though, but when shoved up to us really comes out. But Angvari now up against Jabli, Azerbaijan. Number 3 seed, Angvari. Dominate the head there of Angvari. Angvari now just pops it up. Got to be careful he doesn't pop it up the wrong side there, otherwise it's ducking underneath. Got to attack though. Angvari hasn't attacked yet. Big arm over the back, change of direction there from Angvari, and he's landed into the hold. My goodness. Well, is that leg going to come out? I think that leg's going to come out again. He manages to tie it off, but look at that, the old side commie there. Angvari made a mistake. He made a mistake, and he just manages to get out again, and he turns into the hold down again, and this might be it if he can readjust. Oh, just manages to avoid the hip on there. That was a massive mistake. Rajabli then didn't quite manage to secure the hips, his own I mean, you know, to keep his hips down. Angvari, after that scare, will be a totally different fighter. And he manages to get a big Wazari score there. So his brother, who's in the chair, calls the hip on, but I don't think it's only a Wazari, it's a rolling coach. He is a lovely coach, you mind. So a man that was down, almost lost, and he's now a Wazari up. 1 minute 30 to go. Sure, they'll have a little talk about that when they get back into the training room. Stay with this fight because we've started it now, and look how low on that sleeve there he is. The sleeve, and that's the main point here, is when they hold the sleeve really, really low and they pin it and then don't do anything, or they pin it to stop the other one gripping up. "30 seconds left.
It's down to Rajabli to make something happen now. Vari can really afford to just coast here. Hasn't picked up a penalty, he may pick up one now.
Yeah, he's got a couple more that he can kind of burn, but that Sodi there just went against the arm, literally against the arm. This contest all over, let's just nip up to mat number 1 at the under 73 kilos category. Shavdatuishvili, the world champion, up against Azmanov of Moldavia. Shavdatuishvili is Wazari up, Ojigari technique, and that wasn't far off. I think that brings it even. That Azmanov there with a nice little Kouchi there takes the opponent down. Does he get it? Yes, he does. So good landing there. And the former world champion, is he former world champion or still the current world champion?
Well, we'll see when
he's not wearing his red patch.
In that case.
It must be former.
Sendocher Sobbatar is the current world champion, having won that a few weeks ago in Tashkent.
Yeah.
Recently dethroned, then, shall we say.
Recently, very. But still the most successful judoka in Georgian history. Most celebrated. He's won Olympic gold at the weight below. He has won world title, 73 kilograms. He's won every major tournament that there is to win. Well, having to fight for it all the way here. Good gripping here. Osmanov now taking the fight to Shavdatuishvili. Just talking just before we came on air, just saying about some of the judo yesterday, just looked a little bit like timing was slightly off, and so not many massive ippons, big ippons, but small scores. But Shavdatuishvili, I've got to say, looks exactly the same, just like timing just a little bit off. But that's why they come to these competitions. Of course, they're not always training for these competitions. Just have a look what happened on mat 2 here now. Just an ippon. This is what we talked about a little bit earlier. Big Surigoshi there, Uchimata against the German, and right the way over. Osmanov had to leave the mat to have a little bit of blood seen too. Shavdatuishvili was the one that just did that Uchimata we saw. anybody's match, this. If he expected an easy match in first round, he hasn't had it. Area piece looks like it's going to go into golden score. And that's it. ACOMPANHE then finishes it all off. And that's why he is, well, just one of these kind of judoka that just plugs away. Look at that. ACOMPANHE, his opponent can do nothing. He knew it had gone. As soon as he starts to go there and it's all over, big hip on there to finish it all off.
Coming up next on mat number 1, Khan Saginaliev of Kyrgyzstan goes up against Bilal Chaloglu. So we're back up to the top of the draw, because it was with Chaloglu that we began the morning, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. He had to fight pretty hard, didn't he, there, but took one of the up-and-coming fighters out in the end. Had to dig a little bit deeper than he wanted to. 11 it was of Israel that he took out. Did very well last. Aliev in white here. Already got a Shido on the board. Wants that big right arm over. Oh, look at that. What a Sumigashi that was. Now starting to come into his own a little bit now, Chaloglu. Had the grip that he wanted, and that Sumigashi there finishes it all off.
Would have been a bridge anyhow.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And he landed eventually on his back, but yeah, good. Very nice. Of Canada next up here against Aranda of Spain. some, again, transition through there, but across the face. This has just happened on mat number 2. Look at this Ashley Garuma here. Beautifully taken there. What a good rotation on that technique. Brilliant. Back to Margelidan here. Mat number 1 we're on, and that was a really nice Ouchigari there. That's going to score a Wazari, I think. Well, it was... was against Margelidan there. Margelidan had the technique put up on his side there, but it was Aranda Olala that scored. Here's Ouchigari. I think the referee missaw that. Well, it definitely wasn't Margelidan, that's for sure, because it was a nice Ouchigari there from his opponent there, and I think they're having a look just to see if he actually started the technique off, and Aranda gets it, yes, he did.
Yeah, it's strange, because in cases like that, the referee just gives a signal for Wazari. It's actually the scoreboard operator that decides whether it's going to go on blue or white. So
yeah, which is exactly what happened, isn't it?
You've got to be on the same page, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, that big ippon there saves the day for Margelidan there. Osoto, and flat onto his back. Referee was right by it, so absolutely saw the landing there. Good change of direction there from Margelidan. They're having a look to see if it warranted a Wazari or an ippon, but ippon's been given.
I think that looked good to me.
Absolutely. Look just to see where we are here. I want to see Lombardo, so we'll stay here. So we've got Shirov of Tajikistan here up against Galandaradze of Azerbaijan. Something's going to happen from this situation. Oh, look at that, Tewaza. Oh, brilliant stuff there. Galandaradze then just changes the direction there with the Tewaza, and that's going to be a Wazari scored. Does he get it? Oh, I'm surprised. Well, he didn't get that. I thought that was a great change of direction. Can we have another look at that, Philip? Just have a quick look while we're doing what we're doing here. Just have a look at the change. It went
down.
At 2, it went down, didn't it? And
first.
that's why they didn't give it, is because they hit the ground first, and hits first. Second movement there was what took him over, so classed as Newaza. That's why we have the video referee. changes of direction here from these two. Good feel for the change of direction. Well, he's on the sleeves, he's got to use the sleeves. Shido now. So Shido for white, Shirov for just pulling away, snapping the grip off and pulling away. Holding on to the belt. That's going to be a score. And that pick up there gets a Wazari. So Shirov, I thought that was Shirov that got that, was it? Yeah, Shirov gets the score, and again it's gone on to the opposite side. So it's all part of one movement. So it has to, yes, Shirov gets it, that's right. So they get it, originally they gave it to Galandzadze.
Might have to wander down there and see who's
I think so.
operating that
I think so, yeah,
scoreboard.
absolutely. Absolutely right. So the score needs to stay. So the Uchimata variation stroke Uranagi from the front scores there for, although it had two different kind of contacts, I think that it was still part of the same movement, so I think they will allow that to stay, but they've been wrong a couple of times today. So Galandzadze then gets he gets a Shido for bear hug as well. That's going to be a score, and Galandzadze pulls it back. Pulls Wazari back. This could go either way, this really could. Great control of the upper part of the body, that's what's making the difference. He gets it again. Brilliant change of direction. There wasn't going to go time, was it, this one? What a change of direction there. Tries the Kosoto there. White goes in for the Kosoto, and that brilliant change of direction there with that Ouchigari. And that was terrific stuff, that really was. The Azeri there was quite magnificent. Galandzadze then scores the ippon. I'm hoping that he hasn't touched below the belt line on the way down, because that was brilliant. No, he gets it. That's, you know, it would have been difficult to explain that, because Sheldon, look at this. Attacks with the Kosoto. What a change of direction there with that Ouchigari there. One drives off the back leg.
Let's have a look one more time. He puts the left hand on first.
Yeah, they were
And the
having
right.
a look at the bear hug, you see. That's what they were having a look at, the bear hug. Was one hand already on?
Manuel Lombardo of Italy goes up against Lavjago Anksaya of Mongolia. It'll be Lombardo in the white judogi, Lavjago in blue.
Well, Lombardo can pull different techniques from different directions. He's got the Yoko Tosh, he's got the Katiguruma, he has different ones left and right. And he'll keep persistent until he actually gets the timing right. Jago obviously done his homework with Lombardo, on Lombardo. Masauchi there. Jago taking the fight to the Italian. Doesn't look fazed by who he's got, that's for sure. Second Shido up for Lombardo. This really will be a big surprise if he goes out this early stage here. No more mistakes from him now. Well, that second Shido was taken off Lombardo. That will make a difference. Interesting little quarter as well there. Wonka is next up. He ruins a few parties as well. Close to a flying Jujigatami there from Lombardo. Doesn't like that arm round the back, does he, Lombardo? He does not like it at all. He likes to dominate those kind of grips, and he's not dominating this grip here. Well, that's the technique that he had so much success with, Lombardo. As I said before, just a little bit, timing just a little bit out makes such a difference. And well, what I was trying to say was that sometimes it's because of so many events, you can't train and peak for every one. And that's going to be a score. Wazari scored there, Lombardo. Yoko Guruma, and scoots all the way around the front there and takes him out, and that's why he's such a good player. He just really opportune stuff that he takes, and he just pulls it from nowhere, and did it just at the right time there. 3 seconds to go, and yes, wasn't far off Ippon, was it, that? Lombardo then will go through. Competition variation, of course. Like I said, a difficult little quarter now, because he'll have the winner of this. Wonka coming out. Remember that Wonka was the judoka that beat the best judoka in the world. He beat Ono in Japan at the Olympics in the team competition. Ono had just been crowned the Olympic champion. Wonka took him out. And he did it well. He just absolutely ruined the judo of Ono, but nobody could believe it. Nobody, including Wonka.
Including Ono.
Including Ono, yeah, absolutely. Wonka in white here. So first mention here of the prediction league there, and you can see 91% there. I don't know if it's because of what I just said, but 91% there for Wonka.
For Cardoso.
One thing's for sure, I can tell you this now, that if you saw a rematch of the Ono-Wonka matchup, I don't think Wonka would be too enthralled with it. I think Ono might come out slightly different. Would be an interesting little rematch. But he does ruin people, he ruins styles, he really does. And then he can lose to anybody. So then taking the fight to him in Newaza. Really want to know there, did he, Wonka? One Shido then to Cardoso, Mexico. Primo on mat number 2 in the under 63 kilos. This is Karen Primo, and she's up against Iskova of Uzbekistan, and we've got Ayten Yeksen of Turkey up against Christensen of Denmark, and that's just happened, and she just won actually in golden score. Both on the sleeves here. Tries the Seanagi off the sleeves there, Vonka. Just doing enough every time here. Cardoso now will have to fire back, otherwise in danger of getting that third Shido here. Oh, beautiful Ouchigari there by Primo on the mat 2. We're going to have a little look at it. Here we go. So just under 63 kilos. Just have a look at this driving. Oh, we just missed it. Never mind. We'll get it again. Here we go again. Might have a little look to see. It wasn't a bear hug. It wasn't far off. Hopefully they're not going to have another look at that. Well, it went onto the sleeve, so that's why she got away with it. But beautiful Ouchigari. Golden score. Vonka just needs a couple of attacks to go ahead here, and it might be all over. One more, and it will definitely be all over. But, of course, Cardoso could just rescue it. So, Vonka has to go off here, and just a little bit of blood. Son of Van Dijk on mat number 2. Let's go to mat number 2, and if you want to stay with the Vonka match, you can. Son of Van Dijk in the under 70 kilos category, then up against Olsen of Denmark. Van Dijk in white here. Number 1 seed, Sanne van Dijk of the Netherlands. Got a dominant grip now, big hips across, and is that going to be it? No, she didn't quite get the rotation. Van Dijk is the one doing all the attacking. Just get the feeling that it's just a matter of time here. To just drift out the area there, Van Dijk.
This happened on mat number 3.
Standing Sianagi there, good hip on Sianagi. Good hold hip on Sianagi. Nice.
It's Cabana Perez, I think, throwing Cindy Mera of Colombia.
Well, none of these top seeds getting their own way at all, just not going their way. Just having to work their way in. Certainly it's Van Dijk that's put in most of the major attacks, saying that that's going to be a Wazari there. So Van Dijk will get a Wazari for that. Now, can she get that leg out? If she can get that leg out, Van Dijk might be in trouble. So I don't know why the mate.
Some review of the action that took place.
Well, what they're trying to see, I think, Sheldon, is whether it happened above the ground. If it goes to ground and then you get the turn, obviously you don't get the score. But did it happen above the belt line? And they're saying no, it didn't. So that's
the old-fashioned tip there.
The old, fashioned tip, Hoover. The Hoover, as we used to call it. There, they used to drive the old head there down into the mat. Make sure you turned. You either turned or you broke your neck. Oh, that's it. That's definitely upon there. A great change of direction from Van Dijk. And a nice little Taniotosh Kosoto. Taniotosh. And beautifully taken there. Great control. Action reaction. There's the first there. And didn't see the second one coming.
Coming up next on mat number 2, Ida Eriksson of Sweden goes up against Alexandra Samadzic of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Eriksson in the white judogi, Samadzic in blue. Down on mat number 3, Lara Cvijetko of Croatia is up against Irina Pedrotti of Italy. If you want to see the world silver medalist, down on mat number 3, Lara Cvijetko. Should give her that benefit of the doubt, shouldn't we? Well, this is round 2. Yeah, let's go down to mat number 3. Have a look at Lara Cvijetko, only bettered by her teammate in that final. imagine it. Get to the
That was quite something,
Yeah.
wasn't it, really? That,
World Championship final and have to lose to your team.
they were warming up together.
I mean, it doesn't happen a lot, does it?
Warm up together, then walk out to the
Yeah.
world final. You'd have to give it a little bit of, oh, this is what I'm going to use in the final.
You better watch out for
Oh,
this.
watch out for this one, because this is it. This is my go-to technique.
Normally, with your part that you're warming up with, you say, I've
I need
been watching
to do
your
this.
opponent. You need to look out for this.
Yes.
In this case, however, I am your opponent.
Tomanagi, and she's going to get the Wazari for that.
Just about enough.
Yes, just gets the landing there for the Wazari. Going to go here, attacking that front leg, not a good thing. Never a good thing attacking that front leg unless you absolutely pin the weight and control the head at the same time. She will come unstuck if she does that again. Minute 20 left this contest. Second round, under 70 kilos. Shido for these two. Like I said before, if she keeps attacking that front leg, it will just lead into what Kajeko wants, which is that Uchimata. Set now for the Uchimata. Here it is. Jose Pedrotti then, very determined, coming forward all the time. 12 seconds left on the clock.
Almost went on the leg there, didn't she?
Almost, it wasn't far off her.
She
The
was
arm,
thinking about it.
yeah, the old arm snaked across there, didn't it? But wasn't quite to be.
Right, just to finish on that point that I was making about one country having two finalists in the World Championships. Only 2 countries of the 14 weight categories, only 2 weight categories ended up with the same country in the final, having 2 athletes in the final.
And they are?
That was in the under 70 kilo category with Barbara Matic and Lara Zvierka, who we just saw win there. And the other one was the under 66 kilo category, Abe Kikumi and Maruyama Yoshiro of Japan. Apart from that, that was it. So they were in good company then.
Not bad, is it? That?
Vietko and Matic, because the only other pair that appeared from the same country were Abe and Maruyama. So,
Wow.
I mean, they could bump into the hotel and say, yeah, we did that. Yeah. We were, yeah.
Me and you.
Our team, yeah. We
Yeah.
won the final.
Certainly, Azerbaijan in white here against Manila, Colombia.
This happened on mat number 2. This is Eriksson and Samadzic. Samadzic just going over onto her side. Just about getting that landing.
Right for the Makikomi there, Manila. Arm over the top there from Manila. Good for the Surigoshi. Big hips across and tries the big Uchimata. Few Azeris just scattered around here fighting now. One on mat number 1 actually, Valiev in the under 73 kilos category. Was it Valiev that we saw first round?
The previous edition of the World Championship, just out of interest, I'm going to run with this for a while.
Okay.
Seeing as we're in the early rounds, there were also 2 finals where they had one nation taking up both places. It was in Budapest in the under 48 kilo category. Tsunoda Natsumi was up against Koga Okana of Japan, and then in the plus 78 kilo categories, and then both ends of the weight spectrum for the women, Asahina Sara and Tomita Wakaba.
I remember it well, she ended up carrying her out, didn't she? If you remember.
That was that one.
Piggybacking her off the mat. Shido on the board at the moment with these two.
into golden score here. Stanley and Bonilla. I've just been given a present here. It's a rather snazzy looking pen.
That's it.
Thanks very much for that, Neil. It means I can stop borrowing yours.
I don't have nothing to do with that. Really?
I'm not sure whether it's a present or a signal. Please stop using my pen. Here's one of your own.
It's got everything on that pen. Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's yours.
Thank you very much.
Look at that. Just a massive hip on there. Change of direction there with the Karuchi. Beautiful change of direction, and suddenly scores a massive hip on with Karuchi. Don't know what they're looking at here. They're looking at something just to.
Koiger is the referee who will get the message in his ear shortly about the decision. They're just going to get hip on to Stanley.
Nice that, look at that, change of direction. I think they were just trying to see whether Blue actually put something into that, and I think it was definitely a great change of direction there. Good decision there. So Willems up again. Saying that, we just saw her a couple of weeks ago. Willems of Belgium, then in white here up against Malou of Germany. She had a great performance actually all the way through the day, and then a very lackluster contest in the final, which she lost. Yeah, not much attacking in that match, I can tell you. This is a little bit different though. Going to go up to mat number 1 in a minute. Not quite yet, Philip, but we will go up there in a minute because Hyderov is going to take to the mat against Kowalski of Poland. They're going to have to grip up. Here we go. So, pecking away at the jacket there, and it's Malou that gets the Shido. Two Shidos already up to Malou. For not wanting to grip up. She absolutely, from a negative perspective, oh, that's going to be a pond. So nice little ash she was there, and Willems in the end, good change of direction, just piles her onto her back. So more body weight than legs, wasn't it, that? Good change of direction. Talk about action, reaction, and good control with the arms. So Willems then goes through, and we're going to go up to mat number 1 before we start here on 2 here. Mat number 1, where we've got the number 2 seed, I think, now Haydarov of Azerbaijan, and he is up against Kowalski of Poland. Haydarov in white here. Now going for the juji. Is he into the arm? He just missed the arm there, but he's going to do it again. A bit of newaza here by Haydarov. Has he got the shimmy waza? Not quite, just a little bit loose down there. Big arm over the top there now from Haydarov. This is where he scores from normally. He has good changes of direction as well, so he'll look for the big Surigoshi, big hips across, but change direction as well. Kowalski gets Shido for stepping out. Have a look on number 2 here. This has just happened on number 2. Big arm over the back there, big Surigoshi. Big hip movements. Oh, he's got the arm. That was a mistake there by Haydarov. And just left his arm just a little bit long, too long. And it was almost longer.
Right, just to fill in on some information that we've been sharing with you about the number of times that finals in the World Championships were contested by people from the same country. And we were talking about Lara Zvjetko and Barbara Matic from Croatia, contesting the under 70 kilo category. Well, that has happened once before, apart from the Japanese. So we've had occasions when Japanese have been in the final against another Japanese, but only one other country in the last 10 years. And that was in Astana in 2015 when Yildiz Smetov went up against Rustam Ibraev in the under 60 kilo category final, which Smetov won. And apart from that, it's been,
I remember that, yeah.
It's been the Japanese. Under 50 kilos, sorry, under 52 kilo category in 2018, Abe Uta and Shishimi Ai. Shishimi seems to have a liking for fighting the Japanese in the final, because in 2017 she went up against Tsunoda, and Tsunoda herself had been up against one of her teammates. And then the only other occasion in the last 10 years was Ono Shoei and Akaya in 2015 in Astana as well. Akaya Riki. Now that we've mentioned Akaya, I should have mentioned Akaya, but Akaya Haruka yesterday. Yeah. And the reason for that is that Akaya Haruka and Natalia Kropska, the two cadets that fought in that under 57 kilo category final in Chile that went to 10 minutes and 54 seconds. That record fell yesterday.
It did.
When
it was just underneath, wasn't it?
Went to 10:59,
yeah.
So too did the referee, who had the pleasure of being in the middle. That mantle, if you like, moved from Roland Poiga to Vladimir Mutsubidze, if that is of any interest to you.
Oh, look at that. Sumigaishi and Hyderov then just persisted, didn't he? And he's not going to let go of that. Surely he's not going to let go. Well, 1 second left on the clock and he thinks, well, I'm not going to waste any more time here. He wants the Ippon. That was interesting. He wanted the Ippon, but he took it out and it was all over. Kowalski did everything right there and managed to quell it. But this is why this man is one of the top seeds here. Sumigaishi.
Look how the importance that he attaches to trapping that sleeve as they go over. He never lets go of it. He knows exactly what he wants to do with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Pins that to the tatami, and that really gives him the control that he wants. Nice piece of work there. Just going to have a quick look around and see what is available on the other match. We'll stick with the under 73 kilo category then. Turpal Drukaev of Finland goes up against Odgerel Uranbaya of Mongolia. Drukaev in the white judogi, Odgerel in blue. It's really funny how the Mongolian names move and change around.
Some new ones out here though, aren't there? These aren't the normal crew out, but oh, look at that. That was a different way in. Odgerel then, just looking for the juji, I think. Talking about the same countries, Sheldon, you know, and things that they, you know, get into finals and stuff like that. I don't think we've ever known a duo like the Abes, have we, with brother and sister winning world titles, Olympic titles. World titles on 2 occasions, same day. Olympic titles on same day.
Yes.
I don't think that'll ever happen again, will it? I mean, you did have the brothers, didn't you? 3 brothers. Who were all world, well, one was Olympic champion, 2 were world champions. One was finalist with Uda Qualmos. I'll think of the name in a second, but it'll come to me.
I'll have to help you out with that.
I'm sure you will. Attacking off the sleeves here. One Wazari on the board here. Dukaev in white then. Shido on the board as well.
Nakamura that you were
It's the
talking about.
Nakamuras, yes, the Nakamuras.
Kenzo and Yukimasa fought both of those.
Oh! Wazari scored there, and that's it, all over. Wazari was Etiopon, and that was a really good opportunity. But was it two hands on? They'll have a look to see if it wasn't a bear hug.
I don't think
One,
it is.
and then the other one didn't come on, so it wasn't, was it? No.
But it's more like Makikomi, the effort in the end, isn't it? Rather than going around the body.
Yeah. Unusual, great change of
Yeah,
direction though, and it was a good performance.
From the Finn.
Yeah.
The Mongolian. Right, we're going to stay here because we're going to see Rustam Orozhov of Azerbaijan up against Ertur Turdubayev of Kyrgyzstan. Orozhov in the white judogi, Turdubayev in blue.
Yeah, talking about same countries here, he's in the same little quarter as his teammate there, so they meet in the quarterfinals. Radarov already through. So they'd have one more fight after this to get to each other.
Yeah, they're both in Pool C. Nadarov has already got his next contest lined up, a third round contest against Turpal Trukayev of Finland. Orozhov has got to get past this opponent, Ertur Turdubayev of Kyrgyzstan. And then he'll face the winner of the upcoming contest, Abdul Malik Umayev, up against Fire Inti of Gambia. I really like the judo of Umayev. That might be a tricky contest for Orozhov. Have to see.
Well, he hasn't quite had the form, has he? Certainly hasn't, but that was a really nice turn there for Wazari Orozhov. Good change of direction. This is sharpest I've seen him for a little while. There was the change of direction. Uchigari just totally overbalanced there, didn't he? And Orozhov taken advantage. Tilbayev made a mistake. Sidhu of Greece, winner last week in the under 70 kilograms. She's up against Subiryaska of Poland. It's on mat number 3 now. She's a Wazaria Sidhu. So that's it, all over. And on Sokomaki there for Turdubayev.
Get a third penalty?
Well, I'm not sure. I think he must have done. I think we just missed the third penalty, but anyway.
I missed the first two as well. Right. There is... Anyway, that was...
This is it.
Signal 4. Oh, yeah, avoiding to take a grip. Okay. Right. Coming up now on mat number 1, Abdul Malik Mayev of Belgium. The white judogi faces Fire NG of Gambia in blue. It's not a bad little boy, NG. Around and about from time to time, but I think he's got a real difficult opponent in front of him in Abdul Malik Mayev.
As soon as they feel the danger there, they don't want to grip up for obvious reasons. Well, they're going to have to go in, these two. They just are both fighting hard on the sleeves there. That's a good technique there for Mayev. But, I will have to do something. This just happened on mat number 3. Have a look at this. Soto Makikomi, and the second was Ari there for Telsudu to take her through. Coming up here, naive.
Opa.
Doing well here.
Yeah, he's been around for a little while and, you know, his skill level has improved slowly. Nice judo.
Well, as Sheldon said yesterday, we're well, we got through to the nitty-gritty, but we're not quite there yet, are we? We're not there.
Well, yet.
Yeah.
Bigger numbers today. And the under 17 kilo category. He's still got a full round to go. 3 rounds, quarterfinal, semi-final, final. So there's a way to go yet. 63 is the same. 73, 81. Maev on the board.
Yeah, nice Sianagi in the end. So Maev goes through. Right, well, Esposito just about to step out. I'm just going to step out just for a second.
Maev is going to have to face, Maev is going to have to face Rustam Orozhov in round 3. So we come now down to Pool D, first of the contests in Pool D is Giovanni Esposito. Italy is up against Bulmaz Demirel of Turkey. Esposito in the white judo, Demirel in blue. Esposito is the fighter who's picked up the single Shido, who had a minute. Squeezes on, can he hang in there for a score? Well, no score was given originally, it was just the Osaikomi. Yeah, the referee doesn't give a score there. However, I think during the ACOMPANHE it was decided that there was a score, so that was added to the scoreboard, and that's why at 14 seconds they tidied it up. All right, that's how we've worked that out. That one out. Sorry. Let's go to map number 2. See what's happening there between Matthias Kassa of Belgium. He's up against Geriltuya Bolo-Ocher of Mongolia. Kassa in the white judogi, Geriltuya in blue. There's no score as yet. Geriltuya has picked up a single Shido, and we've got a little over 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Thought about the modified Kataguruma attack there, but way too far away and just didn't have his feet moving at all. It's given Kassa an opportunity to work on the ground, and he's had the tap. Yeah. Realised the danger when it was too late, I'm afraid. Trying to get up and out of there, but by that time Matthias Kassa had applied the Kansetsu Waza. This was a good time to try and get out, but he looked to stay there and defend. Regret that, I'm afraid. By this time, yeah, that was on. So Matthias Kassa on his way. We've got Sergei Krivchach and Katalin Marian on mat number 2, but we're going to go down to mat number 3. The reason for wandering down there is Said Malai of Azerbaijan is up against Somon Makhmadbekov of Tajikistan. Makhmadbekov was just off the mat briefly for some treatment. Not sure what that was for, but anyway, it's over and he's back on the mat now. Just a single Shido against the Tajik fighter. Minute 20 odd left to go. Makhmadbekov is coming under some pressure here now. Said Malai just beginning to step things up. He sees the time ticking by and decides, hey, I could be somewhere else now.
I think that's the thing about Malai, isn't it? That Malai has that change of pace. Suddenly he goes from fast pace to even faster. wasn't far off, was it? That wasn't far off, that OUG.
Just wondering where Mahmoud Bekov was when he started that. Anyway, picks up a penalty, does Malay.
Just managed, saw the replay there, and just managed to turn onto his front. And that's going to be Newaza. If it did go on its back there, it would have been Newaza. The old turn there. They used to score so many of those, and I could never understand why the drive down and then off the ground, turn them over, and it would steal matches, but I'm glad to say it doesn't now, so that's good. It's got to go all above the ground. So if he counted it with Sakeshi, any kind of Sakeshi where he controls it with the arms and then puts them onto their back, and it's above ground, it will score. If it goes to ground, if it's got two different landings, then it won't score. Well, he's really having to fight for this, isn't he, here, Malay? Bekov then doing a good job here, containing, yeah, really good job. So into golden score then with this match, and Malay still coming forwards here. Bekov doing so well. That OG going really close. If this goes over, it doesn't matter. Oh no, it can't be off. That was two landings there. They won't count that. I don't think they'll take that one off. I think that was definitely